Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ibadihi alladhina istafa. Amma ba'du farabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli wa qul rabbi adkhilni mudkhala sidqin wa akhrijni mukhraja sidqin waj'al li min ladunka sultanan nasira. Bismillah wa billah wa tawakkaltu ala Allah. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. In verse number 102, Allah is saying, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَاتَّبَعُوا مَا تَتْلُو الشَّيَاطِينُ عَلَى مُلْكِ سُلَيْمَانَ وَمَا كَفَرَ سُلَيْمَانَ وَلَكِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ كَفَرُوا يُعَلِّمُونَ النَّاسَ السِّحْرَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ عَلَى الْمَلِكَيْنِ بِبَابِلَ هَارُوتَ وَمَارُوتَ وَمَا يُعَلِّمَانِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ حَتَّى يَقُولَا إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ فِتْنَةٌ فَلَا تَكْفُرْ فَيَتَعَلَّمُونَ مِنْهُمَا مَا يُفَرِّقُونَ بِهِ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَزَوْجِهِ وَمَا هُمْ بِضَارِّينَ بِهِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ وَيَتَعَلَّمُونَ مَا يَضُرُّهُمْ وَلَا يَنفَعُهُمْ وَلَقَدْ عَلِمُوا لَمَنِ اشْتَرَاهُ مَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ خَلَاقٍ وَلَبِئْسَ مَا شَرَوْا بِهِ أَنفُسَهُمْ لَوْ كَانُوا يَعْلَمُونَ. This verse of the Holy Book of Quran, it is very important, very important from many aspects, and it is a verse that caused all interpreter and commentator to be astonished, to be in a situation of wondering. And this verse is a wonderful verse from the aspect of probabilities, from the aspect of possibilities of the meaning. In one of the traditional classic interpretation, somebody has calculated the probabilities of this verse as the pronouns reference concerned. There are so many pronouns here, there are so many references, and the probability of taking this pronoun to that reference and this one to that one, and when we multiply all those possible positions of as the linguistic concern is, then it goes to, as somebody has written that in a book I read, and don't name it, but just say that the possibilities and the probabilities reached to 1,200,000 and 60,000. 1,200,000 and 60,000. 260,000. It means that almost 1.25 million. 1.25 million probabilities, possibilities of the meaning in one ayah, in one verse. And that makes it so highly beautiful, and still the meaning from every aspect is correct. The meaning is there. Somebody understand it, and these possibilities and probabilities takes this verse to the highest point of literature beauty and the beauty of art that is put in this one verse. So many probabilities, while verse is not confusing and keeping people to go behind it, follow it, contemplate in it, and take the right meaning that they think. That will be one possibility, and that could maybe it happen like that what somebody has reached, or maybe he reached some part of that. He explained for himself and others some part of that, or he explores, and this exploration is continue, and that is the beauty, that people are always, they are trying to explore more and more depth of the book, and especially this verse, and nobody is confused, not any defection in the statement or in the rhythm of the sentences. All sentences are stringed, and they are stitched to each other very strongly and in a very beautiful way, and the meanings is free, very free possibilities it has, and everybody is trying to understand it, and he reaches to some extent of it, and may some reach more of it and some reach the less than that. So this ayah is like that. We try to explain it as we can and make it understandable, or a comprehensive meaning that can be taken from this verse, and we leave the so many of the meanings and so many of the vision and whatever it can give this verse for other studies and for all people to dig more deeper and find their own fortune from this verse. Allah is telling, and this is about Israelite, what is another aspect of their situation, their thinking, their mindset, what they have to tell when they deny the last prophet, they don't accept, they don't follow him. So what are they doing? What are they following? What is their business in between them, and how they deal and how they are within their own religion that they believe already? Are they truly following Moses' 10 Commandments and Moses' Torah and whatever Moses has taught them, and or they are doing their own business with their own mindset that is not totally on the right path, and they are deviated and diverted themselves from the right path? What is that? The analysis of that, Allah let everybody to have his own analysis, and Allah himself also comment on that, and he at the end of every ayah or any situation, Allah gives his comment and his verdict separately in one phrase or two. At that we have seen it in the previous verses, and also in this verse we will see it, inshallah. The story is like that. The first I should explain the story that is running in this verse, and then we read it from the Quran. The story is that from the time of Babylonian civilization, and no question raises, Babylonian civilization, where it was. There are some different views about that, but most of people know and most of people believe that Babylonian civilization was what is called now Iraq. Some part of Iraq, they were the base of that civilization, and this civilization was there, and Prophet Ibrahim, he was there when there was a king there, and some of the events of his primary life they were spent there in this Babylonian civilization's day. And then he was expelled from there by the king, and the other event that there are in the history. So in this Babylonian civilization, one of the things that was so much a routine, so much dominant and vastly being practiced was sorcery, magic, witchcraft, and this kind of things. And with these things they were doing their life, and it has been prevailed. That was a prevailing craft that they were practicing, they were doing, and everybody liked to learn it and then practice it and do their business and keep going their business and life. And that was here at the first time. And then after a long time after that, when Prophet Suleiman came to power, and before him his father, as they came to power, and also the power that they had, especially King Suleiman or Prophet Suleiman, of course, as kind of kingdom that he had, the power that he had as he was reigning on humans, on animals, on birds, on even air, on clouds. Everything was under his domain and his realm. So with this big kingdom, most of the people, they were thinking, all of them were, of course, most of them, they were Israelite in the kingdom of Suleiman, not in the Babylonian part of the civilization. That was centuries before. But here, these people were thinking that all what has Prophet Suleiman or King Suleiman, it is because of the sorcery, because of the magic, because of these spells or this kind of things that he knows, and he gains power from that, and he has this supernatural powers and extraordinary power or kingdom that he has, all is because of that witchcraft or that sorcery that he is expert in that, and he have learned it, and now he is doing his this kingdom with the help of that sorcery. For this very reason, they try to learn it. They try to do it as a business. They try to expand it, learn more and more and more of it. And this was the starts of the story. And this is told here, a part of it, of course, Allah is mentioning towards the main heading, and then He comments on that, and He passes by that and leave them for themselves. But Allah comments on their thinking, whether it was true or wrong. That prospectus, if you have, if the picture of the whole situation is counted for and it is known, and somebody has depicted all the situation in the mind, then now we start it from the ayah. And of course this verse is a longer verse, and we will not be able to do it in the one session, so we will try to continue it in some session and complete it, inshallah, one verse. But here I started with the translation of the first phrase, and then we will inshallah do just for having a barakah or some, that our session is not totally empty from any verse or any words of Quran. So I translate the first line, and then we will leave it for the next session. Allah is saying wattabau, because the discussion tone is towards Israelite, and tone is about Israelite, not towards them, about Israelite. And Allah is telling the situation to Mu'mineen and all those who are audience for this book. All of them are audience for this, and all they should be addressed by this, and they are the one who are addressed. Wattaba'u, and these Israelite, they follow what? Ma tatlu shayatin ala mulke Sulaiman, that was recited, or that was uttered, or that was spelled by shayateen. The shayateen were spelling that, or they were uttering, or they were reciting that thing, ala mulke Sulaiman. Here every word has different possibilities of meaning. So shayateen, what does that mean? Ala mulke Sulaiman, what does that mean? And also so many things that inshallah we'll try to show some aspect of that, some aspect of this ayah in the next some session, maybe, or maybe one session, maybe 2 or 3. So inshallah we'll do it in the next session. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you all.